Hi, I'm Tiana Mirage Ryder of Mind Body Movement Center. The first time around we learned a little bit more about relaxing the pelvic floor, finding awareness about the pelvic floor, having some general idea of how to relax and bulge this area out. This time around we're going to learn 4 techniques or exercises, yoga practices, to work on strengthening the pelvic floor. So that lifting, contracting, some cues are cutting off the urine flow or holding back gas. So I've often had some back related pain, which I assumed was part of a pelvic floor related issue. And just by contracting and holding the pelvic floor while you're doing an exercise can sometimes take that pain away. So again, it's not always, and you should always check with your healthcare practitioner, whoever you're working with, to make sure what is the way that you should be working. Should you be contracting? Should you be relaxing? Should you have a balance of both? Okay. So the first one that we'll go over is the one we've already seen before, which is Malasana. So this one is really good for contracting and also relaxing the pelvic floor. So I'll place my little ball there once again, just to get some feedback so I can feel my body lifting away from it and also bulging into it. And again, we can just have hands on the floor or hands together in a prayer position. So breathing in, belly expands, pelvic floor receives the breath, and then on the exhalation, the pelvic floor is lifting away from the ball. So it's a very subtle motion. I should not be gripping and holding. You shouldn't be see the butt cheeks grip. It should be a very subtle motion. So you shouldn't be able to see me do this. It's just an inhalation with the breath expanding belly, and exhalation drawing up and away from the ball. So one more time, inhalation, belly expands, pelvic floor expands, and exhalation, pelvic floor is lifting away from the ball. Okay, so this is one version. We've already done that one more for relaxation, but this time for a little bit more awareness of contracting. So the next one is a hip exercise. So there's many deep hip rotator muscles that are connected to the pelvic floor. And so it's important to be able to have strength in those and also flexibility. So we're going to move on the breath again, as always. It's an inhalation to open up. Hips are stacked, knees are stacked. Inhalation and then exhalation on the way down. So inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. I feel like every time I do these, I think I need to do more of them. I can always feel that one. Okay. Next one is our tried and true bridge pose. So, feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to connect and draw the pelvic floor up. And what you should not see is me doing this to draw the pelvic floor up. You shouldn't really see anything. So right now I'll be pulling the pelvic floor up. And with that, then lifting up into bridge, relaxing the face, the shoulders, the jaw, equal weight bearing through both feet, still holding and breathing at the same time, and then go ahead and lower. So again, it's a drawing up of the pelvic floor, not clenching the butt cheeks, and then a lifting. And then relax down. I would emphasize that you completely relax on the way down, let the pelvic floor bulge before you head off to the next repetition. Okay. The next one is a bent knee fall out. So my left leg is straight and my right leg is going to fall out on the inhalation. The other side is staying stable. So I'm not allowing this hip to roll up with me. It's staying stable. And exhalation on the return. So it's an inhalation on the way out and exhalation on the way up. to the other side. So this leg is engaged, it's staying grounded. Inhale, open, and exhale, up. Now I can feel my jaw and my shoulders immediately tighten up, so try to relax the jaw, the shoulders, not creating that forced tension on the upper thoracic part, but allowing your body to breathe and open without restriction. Okay, so that's number 3. And our last one is on hands and knees and alternate arm and leg lifts. So I'm going to be hands underneath, sorry, I always get that one wrong. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And allowing the elbow creases to draw forward without hyperextending and locking out the elbows. So a little bit of softness in the elbows there. And as I reach one foot back, I'm engaging the pelvic floor. So pelvic floor is lifting, opposite arm is reaching, palm to midline, body stays flat. And then reversing back. Again, the process to get from one position to the next is just as important as getting to the final position. So I'm contracting the pelvic floor. I'm not gripping the pelvic floor like so. I'm drawing it up. You shouldn't be able to see it. Reaching out, reaching forward, and then returning back to center. Continue to repeat. You can take that lovely child's pose in the middle. Completely relax the pelvic floor. And that's it for today. So just a few techniques. There are many, but those are just a few that you can start to use to help bring awareness and strength to your pelvic floor. See you next time. Namaste.